make more than 200 food decisions every day, and obviously what we're eating has a big impact on whether we're happy, sad, energized, or ready for a nap 20 minutes after we wake up. After living in India for more than 2 years, I've learned a few things. It did take me a while, but I've learned a few things that have helped me be healthier, and I think they could help other Americans as well. However, there's one American habit that I'm keeping, which I'll share at the end of the video, so stick around. First thing, Indians eat far more fresh foods than Americans.
Indians are spending 26% of their annual income on fresh foods, whereas Americans are spending about 2%. Americans, however, are spending 21% on healthcare, whereas Indians are spending about 4%.
The average American eats 2/3 of their daily calories from ultra-processed foods, aka not healthy. Like not healthy even a little bit. Super bad. I have so many options for buying fresh vegetables along the street. The grocery stores, there's a big market downtown. I got a week's worth of vegetables for 225 rupees. I can also buy organic vegetables on my phone and have them delivered to me for a price that's far lower than what you'd find at like in a Whole Foods type market. Indians cook way more at home than Americans do.
Indians spend over 13 hours a week cooking, which is more than twice what the USA spends, which is 5.9. On the other hand, Americans eat out 18.2 times in an average month, while Indians are only eating at restaurants 6 times a month.
Indians are also some of the most confident in their cooking skills in the entire world. Now, I'm no expert chef, but since I've been in India, I've learned how to cook my own meals, and not only do I feel healthier, I'm also saving a ton of money. Number 3, Indians also eat far less sugar than Americans do.
Americans are eating over 600 calories per person per day, which is almost 200 grams of sugar every single day, whereas Indians are eating less than 100 calories per day.
I was surprised by this actually, because when you walk around, many Indian dishes have a ton of sugar. Indians have a sweet tooth for sure. Their chai is sweet, their coffee is sweet, their desserts are like mouth-puckeringly sugary. Americans have sugar in many foods that you wouldn't think would have sugar, like low-fat yogurts, breakfast cereals, fruit juices. These things can be just packed with sugar and are terrible for us. Americans could eat a lot more spices like the Indians do.
A study found those who consume spicy foods 6 to 7 times per week had a 14% less chance of meeting an early death than others. The rates of Alzheimer's in India are 4 times lower than in America, perhaps because people there typically eat 100 to 200 milligrams of turmeric and other spices every day. Turmeric may have anti-inflammatory and healing properties. Spicy food can also help you with weight loss, heart disease, cancer prevention, and pain relief.
One thing that I thought was unique is that Indians have different flavor preferences than Americans do. For instance, in Indian food, many of the dishes have tastes that are much different. So you'll find spicy and sweet and sour and salty and acidic all on one plate. Whereas American and European food often has flavor pairings that are more similar and ingredients that are more similar. Americans could eat a lot less meat like the Indians. About 20 to 40% of Indians are completely vegetarian. Although I did see that vegetarianism may be over-reported, because it is pretty cool to be a vegetarian here in India. Those that do eat meat, eat much less of it. It's gonna be a small dish on a wide array of other dishes, mostly vegetable. We Americans typically have our big piece of meat, potato, or some other vegetable, maybe a little salad. Number 6, eating with healthy cookware and flatware. 219 million Americans use disposable plates in 2020. In India, you're gonna see a lot of metal. You're gonna see copper pots and pans used. You're gonna see earthen jars to hold things, hold water.
Eating off a banana leaf can give you polyphenol, the same healthy antioxidant that's in green tea, and prevents Parkinson's disease.
7, Americans could develop a deeper understanding of food. Now, Indians have an advantage here, unfair advantage. Ayurveda was developed 4,000 years ago here and has influenced how most people think about food. For instance, the average American isn't going to be thinking, did the person who prepared this food, were they in like a blissful, healthy state of mind?
Or if you're drinking milk, it's important that the cow was treated with love and care, had an abundance of pasture to feed on, had good water to drink, and had a spacious outdoor environment.
Now, I'm no Ayurveda expert, but what I have learned is there are a few different types of food. One can help you be clear and clean and pure. The second can stimulate you. And the third can make you fall asleep. And even if you're an American, you can probably tell like the different types of food that would fit into those categories. We break for a stimulating food here, a little cocoa.
Oh yeah.
So for instance, if it's the end of a long week and I want to go out for dinner, I might have a masala pizza with a ton of cheese and it can be kind of greasy. Whereas if it's the middle of a work day, then I'm going to try to eat sattvic food, which is light and clean and healthy. So you got your nuts, your lentils, your vegetables, whole grains, these sorts of foods. Eighth, and the most obvious if you're a tourist here in India, is that Indians eat with their hands often.
Recently, I polled our audience asking how many people ate with their hands or did they use fork and knife, and found that 93% used their hands, 7% used cutlery. However, many said that they also use both.
People claim that it's healthier, it improves digestion, it can reduce diabetes. 2, it can help you from overeating, it can keep you from not burning your mouth. The thing that I think is most beneficial for tourists is that it's more hygienic than using a spoon or a fork, because you can wash your hands and be sure that it's clean. In a restaurant, you might not know whether that cutlery is clean. And contaminated water is the biggest cause of upsetting someone's stomach who's traveling here. So reducing one thing can help. I also like eating with my hands because it's fun. You feel like a kid, it tastes good. I prefer it with a chapati or a roti. Rice I'm still struggling with, but I'm getting it slowly. One Indian eating habit that I haven't been sold on is drinking room temperature water or not drinking water when you're eating. Ayurveda says it's better for digestion to drink room temperature water, and you really shouldn't drink water while you're eating foods. Now, when I looked for research backing that up, I found that there wasn't any. And there actually were some studies shown that if you drink cool water, that can help with exercising more. It can help you drink more of it so you're better hydrated, which is healthy. And I like drinking cold water, especially since it's so hot in South India during the summertime. Cold water is the only thing keeping me through.
So if you're looking to be healthier, why not learn from the Indians by eating more fresh foods, cooking from home, eating less sugar, eating more spices, eating less meat, eating off healthy cookware and flatware, learning more about Ayurveda, and eating with your hands.
Did I miss something? Please put it down below. If you like this video, like Indian food, click the thumbs up. And every week I'm making videos about this beautiful country. If you're interested in that, please subscribe and join us for more. Thank you.